Hi, I'm Barbara Rumkunis, and this is your Exeter History Minute. Living as we do in the snowy Northeast, the subject of snow removal comes up a lot. We've discussed the practicality of using sleighs and sleds to get around in an earlier History Minute, and that tells you a lot about what it was like to live with snow before modern transportation. But what was it like after things became mechanized? The Boston and Maine Railroad came through in the 1840s, and they had to figure out what to do about snow. During a snowstorm in January of 1856, all the trains that reached the Exeter station were stalled here due to snow, and the passengers would have had to sit up all night in the cars had they not been taken in by Exeter citizens. There were plow attachments for trains at that time, but there was still a reliance on hiring people to dig out some of the crossings. The lighter weight streetcars had difficulty getting through snow. This photo of a streetcar trapped on the Great Bridge following the 1898 snowstorm shows the problem. When the trains and streetcars couldn't get through, commerce and mail would be held up. It took 4 days to dig out after that storm. Modern life made it difficult to just shut down for inevitable snow events. At least you could still get through by sleigh and horses, even if that wasn't the most efficient way. Schools were sometimes closed for days on end just because of snow. Exeter and Hampton Electric Company used a snowcat to reach their downed power lines. When the 20th century arrived, motorized vehicles became part of the picture. Beginning about 1910, there were more and more cars and trucks on the roads. It simply wasn't practical to hire an army of snow shovelers like this group clearing snow from Oak Street to open up all the streets. And by the way, these are probably neighborhood volunteers. Only the main roads would be cleared by the town. Sidewalks were largely cleared by businesses and homeowners. But since kids needed to get to school, the town hired Ed Renfrit to break the sidewalks with his trusty horse-drawn plow for many, many years. One issue was that roads were not the solid structures we're used to. Many of them were just gravel and stone, a system called macadamization. Using a plow would tear up these roads. It wasn't until the 1930s that Exeter's streets were paved with asphalt. This produced a roadbed that could be scraped clear. Plows were used for small jobs, and it's quite possible that Exeter hired plows for about a decade. The first spending approval for a plow at the annual town meeting was passed in 1941 for one plow. Here's a plow and truck in Exeter being used in 1949. By the 1970s, the town reported that snow was being managed with 2 salt trucks, 4 snow plows, and a new sidewalk plow. There's more out there now, including modern pre-treatments during our messiest storms. Stay warm out there, unless you're watching this during the summer, in which case, maybe all the snow pictures are helping you keep cool. For more information about exciting topics like when and how the roads were paved, visit our website at www.exeterhistory.org.